Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Praise. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So today we have a new video, and today I'm with Andy. So let her introduce herself to us.
Hello everyone, my name is Andy. I'm classmate of Praise and I'm already living in China 4 years.
Wow. Yeah. So today we are going to talk about how China is becoming a cashless society, and we are not experts in this, but we are going to talk more of our personal experiences.
Yes, I think it's very interesting for us because Praise here is a person who don't use like the cell phone for pay and I
Yeah.
don't use cash at all. Like
Yeah.
I don't use cash.
Yeah, true. So if I compare China to my country is more of a cash. Like we always use cash for everything. But
Cash
when
or the debit card, right?
mm, we rarely use the debit cards.
Oh,
Yeah, we always use cash for everything. Cash for transport, like
for everything.
tuition, cash, fees, everywhere we use cash. Like it really depends. Maybe in some big supermarkets like Walmart, maybe ShopRite, those are in
Yes,
Uganda.
of course.
Then that's when maybe you can use the Visa card. Yeah, so they give you the option: use cash or use the Visa card.
Mm.
But mostly by that time I was so young, so to have the bank account is really difficult. You have to be
Like big
18
people.
years, yeah, 18 years and above.
Like for adults. I
Mm-hmm.
think in my country was the same.
Mm.
If we talk about 4 years ago when I was still there,
Mm-hmm.
my country was the same. I remember that I used my debit card, just go to the supermarket,
Mm-hmm.
maybe buy in a coffee shop, but we barely use for something. It was almost everything with cash. Of course, right now I know that there's a lot of apps now
Mm.
that you can use for transfer money to another person or pay the things, but it's not the same like here
Yeah.
because here you can use your cell phone to pay everything. Like
Yeah, like it's really
it doesn't
true.
matter what you want, you
Yeah.
can pay everything, right?
But guys, me, I've used cash in China. Right now it's 2 years. I'm using cash. Sometimes I find it's easier, and sometimes I find like it's more inconvenient for me. Because you reach some places whereby they tell you they don't accept cash. So they only say, do you have like Wechat Pay or Alipay? So I think Andy, you should tell us more here about what is Wechat and what is Alipay.
Okay, WeChat is like a WhatsApp for
Yeah.
China, but pro WhatsApp
Yeah.
because WeChat is the app the Chinese people use the most.
Mm.
You can do everything with WeChat. You can, of course, like the basic things like a message, phone call, video call, things like that. But with WeChat, you have a function that is WeChat Pay.
Yeah.
And with WeChat Pay, you can literally pay everything. Like if you want a flight ticket, train ticket, go to the supermarket, the bus, if you want to transfer money to another person, and it's just seconds. You just press one button and it's already done.
Everything is done.
It's already done. So it's very simple.
Yeah, and convenient.
Very convenient, yes.
Yeah. But I think sometimes it has the disadvantages and advantages. For example, to my side, like according to me, when I'm using cash, like sometimes if I reach a place like I want to drink maybe coffee, and then they be like, you know what, we don't accept cash. I'm like, okay, forget
don't buy.
about that. I'm not buying. So I'll keep my money. So I'll save my money. Yeah, for the next
Yes.
day.
I think that is a bad thing for me because it's so simple that you
Yeah.
don't really feel like you are expending something. No, you didn't feel you are paying actually paying because you
Yeah.
don't see the money. We are so get used to it to feel that money, to feel that this is 5 yuan or this is 100 yuan. So you
Yeah.
feel the money
Yeah.
and you can see this is hurting me to pay.
When you're using cash, you mean?
Yes, when you use cash.
Oh,
But
yeah.
when it's something that you don't see, you don't feel, like it's just scan your code.
Yeah.
Okay, 100
You
yuan.
just
already.
realize later
Yes.
my money is reducing.
Yes, like you see it just reducing your money,
Yeah.
and I think that is a bad and a good thing because it's so simple.
Yeah.
It's so easy, so fast that you don't even realize that okay, I just spent 500 yuan.
Yeah. And for the WeChat Pay, if for example you have cash and then another person has WeChat Pay and then you're at the supermarket and maybe the thing is maybe let's for example say 5.99.
Mhm.
They may tell you, you know what, give us five, but the person with WeChat they will say you have to pay 5.99.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so
That is
sometimes I'm
another
like,
thing.
okay, so they forgive me of those points and like, okay, just give us the full money, like 5 yuan, and that's all.
Yeah, yeah, that is a bad thing, I think.
Mm.
For me, the thing that I like the most of using like my cell phone for pay is
Mm-hmm.
that here the stores always have like coupons or discounts when you
Yeah.
have this. If you pay many times in a store,
Mm.
you have a, I don't know, 10 percent of discount.
Oh.
So the stores they every time you buy something, it's like
Mm-hmm.
1 point, 1 point, 1 point. So you
Oh.
can save those points and then you can buy another things.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
a good thing about
Like you be saving them, the more
like a
coupons you
little
have.
percent.
Mm.
You feel that like a little percent you are saving with
Yeah.
every purchase you do. So I think that is a good thing here, and the people is so get used to it to use
Yeah,
that.
by the way, like everywhere, even in the local markets where you feel like people would be using cash in the local market, but you find them with the codes. Guys, we shall show you how those codes look like. The WeChat Pay is always green, right?
Yes,
And
WeChat
then the Alipay is blue.
blue. Yes.
Yeah, so
And they
yeah.
always ask you WeChat or Alipay. They
Yeah.
don't ask you have cash
No.
because they assume that you don't
Yeah.
have cash
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. They assume like the people, the young generation right now,
Mhm.
all the people are using like phone for payments. So they always say WeChat Pay or Alipay.
Yes,
So be
you.
like, I have cash.
I think just old people, maybe the people who are not get used to it to the
Mm-hmm.
technology,
Yeah,
they are the people who use actually
the
like
cash,
cash.
right? Yeah.
But a grandpa or a grandma is not going to go to a store like a fashion store.
Mm,
So in those stores, they always just use WeChat or Alipay. They barely accept cash,
true.
right?
And sometimes I find it inconvenient because you can go to like you can't book like a flight ticket, something like that, the
I don't even
hotel.
know how to book a
You
flight
can't.
ticket with cash. I don't even know.
You can't. It's because everything is like,
Online.
yeah.
Everything is online now.
So it's really inconvenient if it comes to that part of it.
You have to ask for help
Mm-hmm.
to someone.
And as per now, because of the pandemic, it's really difficult for a foreigner to get a bank account in
Mm-hmm.
China because a lot of restrictions and laws. Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm still going with cash, guys.
Yes, the first time I found
As
out the price didn't have the witch, and I was like, how you buy
yeah,
everything?
you know, guys, let me tell you something. When I first came here, I think I should call it laziness. Yeah, I was very lazy to go to open up a bank account. And then by that time, it was very, very simple for a foreigner to get a bank account. It was super simple. But then I was so lazy to do that. Like, I didn't push in too much of energy to go into that. I'm like, I have
I think
cash.
it's not laziness, but I think I can relate to that because the first 6 months that I was here in China,
Mm.
I also was like that, like tomorrow, 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 tomorrow.
Yeah, you feel like it's not something really important as
Yeah,
long as you can use cash and go
yeah,
somewhere.
because you have the cash, it's
Mm.
not like a big deal. But if you are in a big city, because
Yeah.
right now we are in Chengdu,
Mm-hmm.
it's a big city.
Yeah.
So if you are in a big city, I think it's even more. It's a must, right?
Yeah,
It's a
a
must.
must. So guys, let's pray for this like this pandemic to
Yes,
get to the
you have
end,
to.
and then I think I'll get a bank account very soon. Yeah. Because it's really convenient to
Mhm.
some extent. It's really convenient because some of the things I think the things are really getting more and more modern because even when I have cash, like I barely like carry cash with me because sometimes I find myself I have like cards, like the bus card.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the bus card you can use it for the train
Yes.
to go to the train also. So I just find it easier because most of my cash also is also on cards. So
Okay.
even the school card, like you
Ah.
can take the school bus, you can go to the school canteen. It's all the same card. So it's one card, but it can work in many areas. So I really find it like simple because you don't have to carry your wallet everywhere. So
Yes, and actually here in China, if I have to choose something, if someone tell me you can just take one thing to travel, I will just take my phone because you
right,
can do everything with your
yeah,
phone. You
that
don't
is
need
one of the
you
things
don't
you
need
can't
nothing
travel
else.
without.
Yes,
It's the
and
phone.
it's a good and a bad thing too because for example, if everything is in your phone and you don't have battery
Mm-hmm.
or somehow your phone got lost or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, so you are done. You can't do nothing without your
Yeah,
phone,
yeah,
like literally nothing.
yeah.
And all your information, all your money, everything is in your phone. So you have to be very
Yeah, but the
careful.
good thing of it, no one can take your card, so no one can take your money.
You don't lose
The moment you get,
money.
yeah, the moment you get a new phone, everything is restored back,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
But if you are in a situation that you are traveling, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and you lost your phone, I think it's very
You're
complicated.
done.
It's very complicated.
Yeah.
You barely have cash.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy another one. You have to talk with another person. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really convenient because right now, if you're traveling, like I think if I'm traveling, I think I would need to go to pack my bags with a power bank. But if you have a phone and then you have WeChat Pay, like you just go scan you get the battery and then
Yes.
you just connect.
Also, a good thing in China is that
Yeah.
have the chargers for the phones,
Mm-hmm.
like for rent, the chargers, the
Mm-hmm.
power banks,
Mm.
everywhere,
Yeah.
and you can take it everywhere.
Mm.
And if you need, I don't know, in the bank, in the train, you can take it everywhere you want.
Yeah, as long as you return it back.
Yes,
So
yes.
even though your battery goes low and down,
But for example, that you can pay that with cash. You
yeah,
have to
yeah,
pay
yeah.
with WeChat,
Yeah, you
right?
have. Yeah, they don't accept money for that, of course. There is no
Yes.
any place whereby they say, okay,
It's
here
just like
cash.
a expensive machine,
Yeah,
so you can
it's a code you
yes
scan, and then
you
that
take
power bank
and
will
that's it.
come out, and then you charge your phone. That's all.
That's so
Simple.
simple.
Yeah. But then, if you don't have that,
You
you
need
use cash, so you have to
money.
travel with your power bank, of course. So you
Yes.
charge it, and then. So I think as the
There's some
world is moving on,
small things that you have to master, like for buy a soda in expand. How to say this machines?
I really don't know their name.
The machines for the sodas. You also
The
need
what?
the machines for buy the sodas
Oh, those machines,
or
like the
machine.
one right there.
Yes, or for buy food something. Everything is with widget. You
Yeah,
don't pay with cash, right?
true.
So if you have a cell phone in China, you already made
You have a cell phone,
it.
you have a bank account in China.
A bank account that is important.
Yeah, then
Bank
a phone. You don't have crawlers, okay? You just go to the shopping mall, get a cross, go out. Just your phone.
you don't even need like a luggage or something like that because you can buy everything.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have the money, of course.
But anyways, guys, cash is still accepted in China, but for a few places right now. Like the more time goes on, I feel like China is going to be like cashless.
Yeah,
No cash at
I don't
all.
remember the last time I used cash. Really, I don't even have cash in my house.
When did I last use cash? Okay, I was recharging my bus card.
I don't have even cash in my house.
I was recharging
Maybe I
my
have
bus card.
coins, but
Mm,
like for buy something, I don't have.
okay, but anyway, really, guys, the thing is, I don't really feel like a very big difference. Like for the person having WeChat Pay and me having cash, it's not like I have a very big difference, I
It's
should
not
say.
a
Of
big
course, it's a
inconvenience,
very big difference
but
because
it's not
it's
like
simpler
you
and then,
cannot live
yeah,
without like
yeah,
a WeChat or
you
something
can
like
live
that.
with
You
cash.
can live with cash, but I think the people is getting used to use just your phone.
Yeah, they're just
And
getting
it
used.
happens to me
Mm.
when somebody like when I saw you use cash, I was
Mm.
like, why you are
Really?
using cash?
People always get surprised, but I'm like, guys, I didn't get a bank account at first, so don't blame me.
Yeah, I think it's you get used to it. I think the
Yeah,
human
but
is like the nature of the human
mm.
get used to it. So
And another thing, because I've not tried like so much of that side of yours, whereby you use WeChat Pay, you use Alipay, so I don't have that experience too much. So I feel like I'm okay, you know?
yes,
Yeah, that
actually,
kind of
it's
type.
not a big problem like using you. I
Yeah,
can live without that. But
yeah.
when you have it, there's so much options. There's so much things you can do with your phone. Like
Mm-hmm.
literally everything. Even the people who are in outside like begging for money,
Yeah.
they have their codes. You don't give them like cash. You
But that is,
can
I think that is another thing we should talk about next
in
time
another
because
video.
I'm like, how can you be a beggar and then you have the code? You have a phone, right? You have a bank account, but you're a
yes.
beggar? No, guys.
I think next video is scams in
Yeah,
China. There's a common thing too.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, this was the end of the video. Hope you like it. So, like it, give us your comment down below, and
If
tell us.
if something is not clear,
Mm-hmm.
you can
Let
ask.
us know.
Yes.
Yeah. If you have any questions, anything you would like to know more about this topic, you can let us know. We can talk about it next time. So guys, thank you for watching till the end of the video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.